We've modeled how our data will be input into the adapter and know what our output view should look like. Now we can continue on assembling these pieces in the getView method to produce the final product for each item. There will be four major parts of the getView method for our particular occasion. We'll inflate the layout that we're using for each item, which means to turn it from an XML layout to an actual view so that we can manipulate it. We'll then figure out what the correct dimension each box should have. Third, we'll get and configure the rectangle shape, the one we created a few videos ago, to become a different color depending on its position and the data we've input into the string array color values. Lastly, we'll set this shape as the image in our layout view and return the view. Before any of those steps, however, let's create the holder view variable return view, which will be assigned the view we want to return. If the view already exists and it is input as an argument, it will simply be the convert view. If convert view is null, that means we must construct this view from scratch. To inflate the layout, we'll need to call the layout inflator service, which is provided by Android. The line layout inflator equals parentheses layout inflator end parentheses context.getSystemService parentheses context.layout underscore inflator underscore service gets the layout inflator, which we'll use to convert layouts from just an XML file to an actual view. Return view equals inflator.inflate r.layout.row underscore view, comma null, sets the return view as the inflated version of our row view layout. We can now access the image view within row view that will eventually become a different color. Let's get this image view in a variable so that we can access it later. Image view image equals parentheses image view end parentheses return view dot find view by ID r.id.grid underscore button will do the trick. We must perform the find view by ID method on the return view because we are looking within return view to get the grid button. If we didn't do this, find view by ID wouldn't know where to look. The next part is certainly the most trickiest because it involves a lot we haven't seen before, but will make the grid more flexible on different screen sizes. If you don't really get it, don't stress. It's a lot of excess code to accomplish a small thing and not very integral to understanding the concepts. We'll first get the parameters of our grid view with the line viewGroup.marginLayoutParams, params equal parentheses, viewGroup.marginLayoutParams, end parentheses, grid.getLayoutParams. We create a variable to store the margin attributes we set for the grid in our XML. We use the getLayoutParams method on our grid variable and then typecast it to be a viewGroups.marginLayoutParams, which is a data type that holds the margins for all sides of a view. We'll then get the screen size so we can accurately say what the width of each box should be. To do so, we'll get the screen width, subtract the margins and the space in between the boxes, and divide by 3 for each box. We'll be taking the available space per row left that we just figured out and dividing among the 3 boxes per row. Cool, we're done with the hard part. Now we're just setting the background color for the image. We'll first convert the hexadecimal number into a number Android can use with int color equals color.parseColor, color values, and then position is the index. The color class is a parseColor method that takes in a hex number. We'll input 9 numbers in total, 1 for each box, so each box will be represented by an element in the string array. We'll then grab the shape, set its color, and assign it to the picture. To grab the shape, which is in the form of a gradient drawable data type, another type of resource that exists in Android, type gradient drawable button underscore shape equals parentheses gradient drawable end parentheses context dot get resources dot get drawable r dot drawable dot rounded underscore corners. We're getting the resources and then grabbing the shape from the drawable folder we earlier named as rounded underscore corners.